of abs, core, Pilates, a stronger and a fitter version of you. Hey, I'm Preston. Let's get into a warm-up. All you'll need is a mat, cat and cow. Start off with round the back, push the mat away for the cat, arch the back for the cow. We'll do one more cat. Thank you so much for joining me today. One more cow. 30 minutes, abs and core. Shift your weight forward, walk your hands forward, squeeze your butt, high cobra. And sit back. Get ready for our first exercise, which is a plank for 1 minute. Restarting the clock. It's the new year, our first plank of the new year. Let's make it a great plank. So I'm doing a straight arm plank, pressing the mat away, squeezing my abs, tucking my tailbone under, retracting my shoulder blades slightly, trying to make a straight line from my butt to my shoulders, breathing deep, looking down at the mat. Every time we do our abs and core series, we start with a plank, we end with a plank, and every time we do a plank, we add on 1 second. So we'll start the new year off with a minute plank. We'll end this routine with a minute and 1 plank. And then next time we see each other, we'll do 1 minute and 2 seconds. Only 5 more seconds left on this plank. Nice work. Sit back in a quick child's pose. And then flip on over for our first core move. Single leg circle, left leg out straight, right leg up to the sky, nice and straight as well. Start your leg circles in one direction, doesn't matter which direction. But think out, up, and around. Really stretching that leg forward on the downswing and on the upswing. Torso nice and still. And then let's place that foot down, straight out, left leg up, right leg long. Start your leg circles in one direction. Hands down by your side, pressing into the mat. Pressing that right foot into the floor. Right leg is energized as well as the left. Nice work. Elevated bicycles. Let's come up to our elbows. We'll bicycle our legs in huge circles. So sit up nice and tall. Legs nice and long. Maybe drag your feet along the mat as you bicycle your legs in. Reaching nice and long here. The length is the most important part. Second most is the slow movement. We'll reverse our circle, our bicycle, in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's reverse that circle. So opposite direction. Legs nice and long. Really reaching forward. Your legs make a K at one point. What happened to my bicycle there? I had a little malfunction on my pedaling. Don't forget to elevate the torso, chest sturdy. Nice work. All right. This time we'll place our shoulders. Actually, let's do this from our hands behind our waist. Shoulders are elevated off the mat. Hip raise kind of into like a crab position. And then lower the hips back down nice and gently. Then as soon as your hips touch the mat, you're raising them up into that hip raise. You can add on here if you want. As you come down, your butt comes in between your hands and your legs are out straight. And then you lift back into that hip raise. nice and high. Hold it for a second. And then butt next to hands. Kind of like a little assisted L sit. Or just do the hip raise. Hips up to the sky. Then you tap them down on the mat. Let's hold it up for the last few seconds. Nice work. Wood chops, we could do this sitting cross-legged. Let's do that. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back. We'll chop to one side only for half of the time, and then we'll switch to the other side. So I'm twisting, I'm chopping, I'm looking over that back shoulder, and then I'm coming back up to seated nice and tall. Really twisting out of the torso, trying to look over that back shoulder. All right, let's reverse that, or let's do the other side, I should say. Last 10. So in this routine, I want you to go slow, big range of motion, and that should be good. Twisting, sit up to knee. So we'll start lying down, feet in front of the knees, feet on the mat, arms up to the sky, or hands just at like a 45-degree angle. Sit up, or arms up, and then twist to one knee, roll on down, sit up, twist to the other. So we want to feel each vertebrae touch and leave the mat as we sit up and come back down. And then on the way, let me fix this mic cord here. All right, there we go. On the twist, we really want to look over that back shoulder again like we did for the wood chops. Two, one, nice. Let me fix my mat a little bit. All right, scissor crossovers. How do we do that? First we lie down. Second we lift our legs, glue them together up to the sky, hands down by our side, lower back in the mat. And then we first start with the crossovers, so that's side to side, crossing our feet over one another. And then we go to the scissor, which is lower and lift as we cross our feet over. So nice and slow on the way down. Try and get your legs to 90 degrees on the way up, or straight up to the sky, I should say. And then you slowly lower your legs down to about 45 degrees. Ensure your lower back stays on the mat. If you feel your lower back coming off the mat on the way down, just don't lower your legs as much. The more strength you build in your core over time, the lower you can lower your legs without any part of your lower back leaving the mat. Nice work. Let's do some alternating toe taps, and we'll do that kind of bicycle style, or crisscross style. So curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, legs in the tabletop. Then as you extend one leg, you twist and reach for the opposite toe on the other side. And then for the other half of the time, we'll do another version of toe taps as well. So we're twisting, elbow nice and wide, reaching nice and long, opposite leg, opposite egg, energized. We'll do 2 and 1. Then we'll do those alternating toe taps, second version, hands down by your side legs and tabletop. Move your thigh away as your toe taps the mat, then bring it back up. Other thigh away. So you're moving the thigh away. You're not just bending your knee to touch your foot to the mat. You're moving your entire thigh away to create that tension for your lower abs to work. Pilates 100s, curl your head, neck, and shoulder off the mat, legs in the tabletop, arms a couple of inches above the mat. Look at your belly button, start to pump your arms vigorously at your side. To make this a little bit more challenging, you can raise your legs glued together up to 90 degrees, or for even more of a challenge, out to 45 degrees. Pumping those arms using your armpit muscles. If you ever need a break at any time for any exercise, just stop what you're doing, lie your head down, and grab your knees and take a rest. Otherwise, keep those Pilates 100s going. Lower back always glued into the mat to work that pelvic floor and also to keep the lower back safe. Pilates 100s, the idea is to do 100 of these reps, inhaling for 5 reps and exhaling for 5 reps. Nice work. Lean back kicks. How do we do those? We sit up, we lean back, we kick out, maybe arms next to our side, maybe hands in prayer position. So you want to lean back until you feel you're about to fall over and extend your legs at the same time with your legs glued together, really reaching there. Then you drive your knees in, torso to the knees, knees to the torso. Nice work. Halfway through. The goal here is to challenge your cliff, that point where you're about to fall over, and also to extend those legs really long. Whoops, almost fell over there. 2, 1, nice. All right, tuck up. Kind of similar to what we were just doing, but we start lying down, legs out, arms out. Then we sit up and tuck in, tuck up. You can start with your legs on the mat, arms out, making an X with your body. Then you sit up and tuck up, hold it for a second, and then back down to that X. To make this more challenging, you can always keep your arms and legs hovered off the mat. Legs never touching the mat. Arms never touching the mat. Still making an X. Still articulating each vertebrae touching and leaving the mat. Or you can let your legs rest, maybe your arms rest too. Oops, where's my water bottle? There it is. Okay. 10 more seconds. You got this. Tuck it in. Spread it out. Nice work, y'all. Tabletop crunches. Lie on down. Lower back in the mat. Legs to tabletop. Elbows nice and wide. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. And then just do little crunches, crunching up. Think up, not down. Elbows wide. Lower back in the mat. Legs glued together. Knees at 90 degrees. More up, less down. Remember, if you need a break, just knees into the chest, lie your head down. Otherwise, keep those toes off the mat. Yes, the toes off the mat. The elbows nice and wide. Shoulder blades barely touching the mat. Curling for another 15 seconds. at your own pace. Challenge yourself. Go slower. Crunch higher. Keep it high. Nice. All right. Some more crunches on deck. We're going to do one crunch with our feet down, knees bent. So let's do one crunch, and then quickly hands down by our side, one glute bridge, one crunch, one glute bridge. You could also do the crunch with your legs in tabletop. For the glute bridge, you push through your heels, you squeeze your glutes, you lift it up to the sky, and then lower down each vertebrae. For the crunch, same idea, hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide, crunch up looking at your belly button. More than halfway through this compound movement, squeezing the glutes with the glute bridge, squeezing the abs with the ab crunch. Nice. All right, windshield wipers. Show you from the front view here. So legs out to a diagonal, hands next to your waist. You're going to windshield wiper your legs. That's a tongue twister. Windshield wiper your legs up and over. You can put your water bottle as an obstacle. Try and get up and over that, or some other object, whatever, to keep your windshield wipers honest, high, big range of motion. Side view, hands next to the hips, leaning back slightly, up and over. Yup. I used to be a big fan of the Storage Wars TV show. And there's this guy, Dave something. And he used to bid by saying, yup. He used to bid on the storage units. I ended up getting a signed hat by Dave. I think his name was Dave. Worth absolutely nothing now. All right, teaser preparation. Start with your legs in tabletop. Arms out by your side. We're going to sweep the arms around, sit up. You can keep your legs in tabletop or extend them out long 45 degrees. Maybe raise the arms up to the sky. And then reverse that. Lower everything down. Arms come back out, legs in the tabletop. So again, you swoop your arms around, come up to either tabletop or more of a teaser, arms straight, arms up, hold it for a second, roll it down. Go at your own pace here. Teaser, whatever version you want to do. Maybe try each one. It's okay if you fall over. Point is to practice this to get better and better. My water bottle just does not want to stay up. All right, beast with cat cow. Flip on over, come to all fours, first of all. Second of all, your knees come a couple of inches off the mat. We're going to hold this position for about another minute. From here, we do cat and cow with our knees off the mat. So round the back, push the mat away. Arch the back, look up. Round the back, push the mat away. Arch the back, look up. Nice and slow and controlled. Keeping the knees at the same height as much as possible. If you need to take a break, you can sit down. You can sit back in child's pose, whatever you want. Otherwise, try and keep those knees hovered off the mat while you do cat and cow. Need to get my knees a little lower there. They were getting up there. Whew. All right, let's flip on over. Back to more of a static hold this time. Hollow body hold. Endurance move here. All right, first curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Extend your legs out to 45. Arms also out to 45 next to your ears. Squeeze your legs together. Reach in both directions, and we just hold that for another 45 seconds or so. Really force your core down, your pelvic floor down, so your lower back is glued to the mat. If you need to raise your legs up a little bit, go for it. Really reach in both directions. Shoulder blades are barely touching the mat. Break looks like this. Otherwise, keep it going. Arms and legs. Last 10. Squeeze everything. Reach everything. 2, 1. Nice. Why did I rock up? Oh yeah, because I wanted some water. Take a water break whenever you need to. Corkscrew. Show you kind of a diagonal here. So you lie down, legs up to the sky, legs glued together, palms down by your sides. Bring your legs over to the right, down, around, over to the left, up, around, stop at the top. Then reverse that, down, around, to the left, over to the right, up, stop at the top, over to the right, down, around, to the left, over to the top, stop at the top. Keep that going. The closer you have your hands to your butt or your waist, the more challenging this will be. The more you have your hands out to a T to provide more stability, the easier this will be. And then neutral is kind of just hands kind of by your side, a few inches out. Alrighty then, side push-up. Come to one side. We'll start with our hand propped up, so you can do 90-90. You can do legs stacked on top of each other. I'm going to do 90-90. Then you bend your elbow. Lower yourself as far as you can. Then push up. Let me move my mic out of the way here. So lower as much as you can. Push up. I think to get more range of motion, you can straighten your legs, stack your legs, lower down, push it up. And then let's switch sides. A harder variation, which we'll do another time. Well, you could do that now actually. It looks like this. You give yourself a hug all the way down, then use your opposite hand to push up. Then you lower yourself down. The version we're doing, same side, same hand, lower and lift, kind of like a tricep push-up. So there's two options for you. Next time we do that, we'll do the more challenging option. All right, crisscross, lie on down. Elbows nice and wide. Right leg extends long, right armpit to opposite knee, and then you switch, left armpit to opposite knee. Really curl up, reach the armpit for that opposite knee. Nice big twisting at the torso, legs extended nice and long, energized. "30 more seconds or so on the Criss Cross. Thank you so much for joining me today, by the way. There's thousands of core, ab, Pilates videos out there. Thank you so much for choosing my crappy video. All right, Superman, let's lie on down. Legs glued together, push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up so there should be some space where your belly button would be on the mat. And keeping that space, extend the arms out, legs up, and then let's scoop the arms around, breaststroke, and then let's hold that banana boat shape for a second. Bend the elbows, place everything down, push the pelvis down, scoop the abs up, arms out in front of you if you can, like Superman, or for me, Y-man. Breaststroke around the back, banana shape, hold that for a second or two, bend the elbows back in, reach forward if you can, or out to a Y, scoop your arms around, breaststroke, banana shape. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We have our last plank of the day, or the last exercise of the day coming up, which is a plank for 1 minute and 1 second. Step your left foot back, right foot back into that plank. Straight arm plank. Hips in line with the shoulders, or you can transition down to a forearm plank if you want to switch it up. Still hips in line with the shoulders. Same technique applies. Squeeze everything, extend everything, push the mat away, retract the shoulder blades, look down, breathe. On your exhale, tighten your stomach even more. Halfway through, after this, we do a quick cool down, and then we'll have a 6-pack. After this routine, you lift up your shirt. You'll see 6 muscles just chilling there. All it takes is one 30-minute routine with Preston to reach peak physical form. All right, cool down. Let's do some cat and cow. So come to all fours, push the mat away, round the back for the cat. We'll do the same thing as we did for the warm-up. Another round of cat-cow. Great job today on this 30-minute abs core routine. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Let your pelvis fall towards the mat. Squeeze the butt, look up, shoulders down and back. Take a nice deep breath in, lower down. Push up and back into child's pose. And that's it. That was 30 minutes of core work. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate it. We are live every weekday where we do a different style of exercise. So please come back tomorrow where we'll work on something different. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you again, and I will see you soon. All right, bye now.